We moved from Chiang Mai about 6 years ago, just over 6 years ago, down here to a little village called Dartmoon, which is close to Chom Tong, on the way up to Doi Intanon, which is Thailand's highest mountain and one of the biggest national parks in Thailand. And it was an interesting move. It was an interesting decision to make, to come and live in a rural northern Thai environment. And it's one that we've never regretted. Far from it. We really love living down here. We really love being in a country, a rural environment. And even though both of us are outsiders, my wife's Thai, but she's not from here. She's from Dak province, which is halfway between Chiang Mai and Bangkok. And I'm obviously not a local. But we've been welcomed by and large very, very warmly and very openly by the local people. We'd been living in a townhouse in Chiang Mai. There was people either side of us and across the road and behind us, but it wasn't really a friendly situation. But coming down here, not being at all local, we were a little bit apprehensive of how things might go, but we were warmly welcomed and I'm so grateful for that. And people have asked us, how is it? What's it like living so far out of town and in such a rural setting? And it's really not that far. Chiang Mai is just over an hour's drive away. I know people in Bangkok that commute 2 hours each way to work every day and back. And we're just 10 or 15 minutes from Chom Tong town, which is a bigger town. They've got a big Lotus there, there's cinemas there, there's big gas stations and hardware stores and everything like that. But even in our local area here, we're outside the village, but there's a couple of different villages around. And in this video, I want to show you some of the local amenities, some of the stuff that is close by, that means that we're not short of anything when we're living here, anything that we need. You know, we're not people who need to go out to party or out to the cinema or to the shopping mall or anything like that very often. We're quite comfortable just doing things locally and hanging out at home and having guests come and visitors come. And so being in the city is not a really strong priority for us, and we love our gardens, so we're quite happy here. And as I said, quite a few people have asked us, what's it like living rurally? So I thought I'd take you on a bit of a journey around our neighbourhood. Our place is about 200 metres or so from our closest village, which is Dartmoon. We hardly ever go up there. There's not really any shops up there or anything. A little bit further away, maybe about 1 kilometre down the road from us, there's another village called Muanglang, which is quite a bit bigger. And down here you've got a bunch of different shops and stores and places to eat and things like that. There's even a little health clinic here. One of the main stores in this town is Jedah's shop. Jedah runs this place. It's a bit of a supermarket, really. It's a local store, but she's got everything. There's ice cream freezers, there's beer fridges, there's all kinds of snack foods, both local and manufactured. And she's just got a really, really well-stocked shop. So if we need anything, it's easy to just run down to Jedah's place and pick up what we need. So today I'm coming down looking for a couple of pieces of PVC, some PVC fittings that I need. But you can see she's got all sorts of farm chemicals, fertilisers and stuff there, a good range of PVC fittings. There's also long lengths of PVC pipe, and so it's pretty handy having this just down the road. Like I said, it's well stocked, there's all kinds of different things here, and it certainly saves us a longer journey down into Chom Tong town if there's just a few things that we need to pick up. It's very much a local general store, but it's bigger than most. This is the biggest store in Muanglang. There's plenty of others. I've actually never counted how many other stores there are, but there's quite a few little ones dotted along the main road and a few in back streets and stuff. And every now and again someone will open another store. They're not all open all of the time. Some people have got orchards or rice farms that they've got to attend to, so they'll close the store or they'll be away on vacation or close down for the festivals or what have you, but there's always a store open in Muanglang. Well, at least till about 7 or 7:30 at night, when things pretty much shut down. After dark, it's very, very quiet. There might only be 1 or 2 places open. PVC.
อันนี้เจ็ดเอาไปไว้ที่เปิดมาเลย7 กับ 5
แสบก็
63 57แล้ว59เอา59มา6 38 28 38 39 40 41 42 43 บาทครับ43ไม่ใช่เยอะไปนี่ใบ50
อ๋อ ขอโทษมา20ครับ
ยูทูบกับได้ย้อมเฟิร์นผมรู้อยู่57ค่ะเท่าไหร่มัด
57 2 มัด
And during the heat of the day, during the middle of the day, especially in the hot season, there's not many people out and about at all. But come evening time, it's pretty busy down here. Along the stretch of road, there's a few other stores and places. There's a place just on the right there that sells barbecue and deep fried foods in the evening. There's another store on the left and another one there. And they're all pretty much selling the same thing. Coming up on the left, there's a little market area. There's gas pumps there. Fill the bike up. A couple of other little stores there. I'll stop and have a chat and buy some beers here sometimes. And on the right, there's the local primary school and elementary school there, just a little school. And a few other stores along here. And then a little bit further out on the other side of Dartmoon, there's our favourite noodle shop. When we first came here, it was a tiny, pokey little place. It had some real character and they did really good noodles. But probably about 4 years ago, they rebuilt. They built this new, lovely big place here that's got a nice kitchen. The kitchen here is about the same size as the whole restaurant used to be. We've got a good sized parking area. I was pulling in just to pick up some food this day that we'd ordered just before lunchtime, so it wasn't particularly busy yet. But quite often we'll come up here at lunchtime and this place will be really humming. It's really full and there's good reason for it too. Good man makes really good noodles, so it's always a pleasure to come up here and have some lunch, a good noodle dish for lunch, so we enjoy that. Sometimes we eat in, but on other days like today, we're eating out, just picking up something that Pansar's phoned up and ordered, and we'll just run down and pick it up and take it home and eat it in the comfort of our home. It's just a few minutes down from our place. And people come here from all around. They come from Chomtong to here, they come from some of the different government institutions that are up and down the main road, and it really is tucked away in the back of nowhere, just in behind the village, but it's a fair way off the main road. You've got to know where it is, but like I said, you come up here at lunchtime and it's quite often quite busy. You've got to wait quite a long time to get your lunch, but it's really pleasant. It's a lovely atmosphere, it's a nice relaxing place, and the noodles are fantastic. Here's another essential service in a small town. This is one of the motorcycle repair shops. I'd actually never been in here before. I was coming in here to just get some air in my tyres. The normal shop that I go to, Chung Owen's place, was closed, so I came and just stopped here to see if they could pop a bit of air in my tyres. But you can see that they've got quite a setup there. And there's also a noodle shop attached to it, so I just asked them to put some air in both my front and my back tyres because they were down a little bit. These places will do anything from filling your ear to a full overhaul on your engine if it's needed. It's really handy having a couple of places like this close by that I can get air in my tyres or some other attention paid to the bike if it's necessary. And this is Chung Owen's place. This was a couple of days later. I needed to get one of my yard machines repaired, some attention paid to it, and he was open again, so I dropped this in. He knows this machine, he's worked on it before. I just said no, it needs a bit of a tune-up, it needs a bit of a clean-out, it's missing a bit. And so he's just told me to leave it. I'll come back and pick it up tomorrow. And whenever he does work on a machine for me, he never seems to charge enough, so I always make sure to give him a little bit extra. And close by our place now, we also have a little restaurant that's open. They've got a few accommodation rooms here, they've got a fishing pond and a few other things. And we popped down there to have dinner the other night, but it was closed. There was a couple of guys sitting there having a beer, but they said, no, it's closed today. and it's just very quiet. It's the low season at the moment, so there's not many people around at all. So I just asked if it was alright if I took a bit of video. So this is just less than a kilometre from our home. And normally they'll be open for lunch and for dinner or for coffees. They'll serve a range of different meals and quite nice food, and it's a nice environment. And then out the other side of town, there's a little coffee shop that's been here for a while. It's very nice. It looks like somebody's invested quite nicely in this place. Nicely designed, nicely built. Unfortunately, it's never particularly busy. Again, it's off the beaten track. It's well off the main road. At the moment, it looks really beautiful because there's actually a second crop of rice in the ground around here in some places. So the view from this little coffee shop is really quite delightful. But they do a nice coffee, some ice cream there, not much else though, but my wife did actually pick up a menu. We didn't realise that they do food. They've got a fairly limited selection of basic Thai dishes, so we'll have to try those at some point to see how they are. It is a really nice, relaxing environment to come and have a coffee and flick through a magazine. So there it is. This is a little bit of an introduction to some of the places in our neighbourhood. I didn't take you into the health clinic because the way was blocked off. They were doing some work on the road, so I couldn't get in there. But it's a little health clinic. I've never actually been inside it, but we used to go there to get water. So we used to go and get our drinking water. They have a reverse osmosis system in there, but we're getting our water delivered now, so we don't actually go in there at all. Off in some of the back streets, there's other small businesses. One that we've discovered recently is a really good mechanic. So he's not done much with us yet, but we needed a new battery in the car recently, so he was able to come up and deliver one of those. Needed an oil change done recently, and so Pansar went down to him and he did a good job at a really good price, and it's just super convenient. I noticed when we were there the other day, he's also got a tow truck out there, so if we get stuck or anyone in the neighbourhood gets stuck, we know who to call to come and haul us out. But within a small area, within a fairly local area of a few kilometres from our home, there's all these different services and stores and things to make life living in the countryside quite enjoyable and quite relaxing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and learning a bit more about what it's like to live in rural northern Thailand. Thanks for watching.